glorious food. Okay, who knows where that line is from, which movie or musical or whatever. Anyhow, everyone, it is grocery haul time. This is another produce every week, which is good. You guys, like I said, I think I warned you a couple weeks ago that you will be seeing more and more of that because of some other changes that are being made. I do want to address one thing really quick before I show you guys everything and then run through totals. And that is what you guys may be spotting in the background. Yes, you are seeing moving boxes in the background. No, we are not moving at this point. We are packing stuff though because it may be coming in a very near future. I will share information when we have it to share. Guys, if this move happens, it is an out-of-state move. So that is really exciting. Very happy about that. And I will let you guys know where we're going when we get there, if we're going. So there's that, or who knows? Knowing me, I'm probably going to slip and tell you guys before then. Whatever. So anyhow, let me run through this and then we'll talk totals. And this is what we have this week. So coming down here, we have 3 things of freezer foods because I do need quick, convenient meals for the little ones during the day, for lunchtime and stuff as we're working on other things. We do have some leftovers and stuff in the fridge, but it is limited. So we've got cheeseburgers, pot pies, and the French bread pizza. The French bread pizza is kind of becoming a fallback because now, like today, I did have the little pizzas in my cart, but they did not make it all the way to the order. They sold out again before I got there. That said, guys, I have to tell you really quick too, the sweet gal that brought my stuff out to me at Sam's came out without any freezer stuff, and I about panicked. I thought they'd canceled everything. And she was confused. It took her several minutes to finally realize she had scanned it, but forgot to grab it and bring it out with her. So she ran back in for those. But we do have a gallon of milk. I was going to get the Fairlife, but everybody was out of it. So there was that. I just went ahead and got a regular gallon for now. Not getting any cheaper, just like eggs and everything else. 2 bottles of the almond milk creamer. 1 thing of the Lighthouse Ranch. I did get more of the fried pickle and ranch dip, and that's because I actually have some cucumbers set back in the fridge yet that are oddly really good dipped in the pickle dip. So there is that. We do have 2 jars of mild salsa that we've been out, so there's that. I have a small bag of M&Ms and cookies. Those are just treats for the kids as we are trying to get some stuff done and everything that they're helping with. I did almost skip over down here. There we go. It's Steakhouse Onion Cheese. It just sounded really good. Apparently I was in the mood for cheese today. So there is that. All right, we have a bag of the sweet mini peppers. I did not get bell peppers this week because the ones I cut up last week, I'd say the majority of it was eaten, but there was a little bit left over. So I think I try to watch that kind of stuff to make sure the kids aren't getting too burned out on it. Switched it up, got those. Kids were excited, so I think I made the right choice. Little bowl of fresh cut cantaloupe. They had the mixed bowls, and I thought about grabbing one of those, but the bottom had the watermelon. It was like 3 pieces each, and it just didn't seem worth it. But the cantaloupe looked and sounded really good, so I went with that. Bag of the cut super green kale. Guys, I love buying this way because then I don't have to like do any extra prep to make kale chips. I just coat it in oil, throw it on a cookie sheet, throw it in the oven. I don't need to cut, wash, any of that, although I check it thoroughly, and I have been known to rewash it. So there is that. Bag of Gala apples. The last apples we had gotten, I had gotten some Fuji's because we typically really love those, and they were absolutely flavorless. So everybody has been dragging their feet getting through them because they just are not that good. So I went with the Galas this week, and we'll see if everybody picks back up on those again or not. 1 lemon, 2 avocados. Normally I don't worry about organic for the avocados, but I will say that the regular ones did not look very good. And these are in a bag, so you guys can't even see these. But I ended up with organic avocados this week. 1 bunch of asparagus. And guys, I said this before, I do not bother with organic for asparagus because at one point I had read a study or something about how asparagus filters contaminants and stuff through, and just does not hold pesticides and all that in the cells of it. So that, and it definitely is not on that Dirty Dozen list that we try to stick to. Roma tomatoes, I've got one thing of broccoli. Last time I bought 2 bunches because the kids were super excited. And I gotta say, after cutting up the first one, we went to cut into the second one, and there was just some nastiness with it. So I went with one this week. We'll see how that plays out. 1 head of cabbage. I didn't realize till I was pulling it out of the bag that it looks like it split at some point. So I don't know what's up with that. But I have just been craving some roasted cabbage. So went with that. To wrap up the produce, we have got 5 bunches of organic bananas. But guys, 5 bunches sounds like a lot, but 2 of these bunches just have 4 little bananas in them. The other 3 have a bit more. So it's not as much as it really sounds. Coming back here, I do have 2 of the Devour Cajun style Alfredo sausage and chicken meals. Target's actually been out of those for quite a while, and they had them in stock. I went ahead and grabbed them. I'm not eating a lot of that stuff anymore, but I really do enjoy that meal, and it's nice to have on hand in a pinch. The Favorite Day brand from Target, these ice cream sandwiches, guys, these are mini ice cream. Oh. So I just realized as I'm looking at these, I ordered 2 boxes of the mini ice cream sandwiches, and they gave me 2 boxes of the big ice cream sandwiches. The minis, I mean, we're talking like itty bitty. They're like 2 inch by 3 inch, maybe. And they're so little and petite and cute, and the kids are gonna love the full-size ones. But yeah, just got that fact. Box of the Ritz Bits, they're the travel pack, so that way Shawn can take them with him to work in his lunch. It just works out. And then Micah has actually been enjoying some of those for snack time. Got another case of the unsweetened tea for Shawn. I think he's going through it a little slower than he was previously, but still drinking it. We've got a bag of yellow potatoes. It's been a little while since we've had those, and I've got some dishes coming up I wanted to have those for. We have got the Cascade Free and Clear. Guys, I switched to this a little while back. I wasn't initially I was concerned about how well it would work in comparison to the other products, but I gotta say, it seems to be doing just fine. I actually tend to prefer these now. And then I never buy aerosol hairspray unless it's to kill spiders. That is a whole tangent for another day, but one of my daughters made a very specific request, and I decided to go ahead and fulfill it. So anyhow, guys, there's everything we got. I'm going to get all this put away, and then I'll run through those totals with you. All right, guys, so running through the totals now that we are at the end of the day. Guys, the day got away from us. We've just been busy. It was gorgeous weather out. We took the entire family to the library. It was great, all in that span of the few seconds since you saw me last or saw our groceries. First thing first, I want to mention and say, no accidents this week. I shouldn't be excited about that, but I will admit I had a little bit of anxiety pulling into Safeway's parking lot this morning. It was just one of those things that I think I'm going to always be double checking the van for quite a while. I shouldn't say always. I'll probably be double checking all sides of the van for quite a while now. And honestly, guys, it's something you should do anyhow, is always check your vehicle over when you're leaving somewhere. You want to make sure that, for one, that there's no damage, so that way you can report it exactly where it happened. But also, just in case, like maybe something's been blowing through the parking lot, or somebody is just being a little naughty and put something behind one of your tires or something. It's really good. Also, not to mention too, I think apparently I like to say not to mention right now, should you ever get a flat tire or something, it's really gonna show up a lot of times when it's parked. So if it's a slow leak or something and you go to the mall, go to the store, whatever, go shopping, by the time you come out, your tire could actually be lower, and you do not want to drive on a low or flat tire. So there's my little mom PSA for you, is always check over your vehicles anyhow. And I think I had gotten in a bad habit of not doing that. So yeah, it's good to do. But anyhow, on to the totals, which is what you're actually waiting to hear me finally say. Guys, we are once again under budget. Now, we are working through a lot of our freezer stash and stuff. And I think this is why and how we are staying so much under. So this week, first of all, was $236.98. Since our budget is between $300 and $350, with the prices of everything going up so much, I had upped it to $350, even without extra kids here, because it's just, that's what it's costing. I have not had to buy meat or any of that in a little while. And I've been watching for sales on the produce and some of that. And I've just been watching sales a little closer in general. Using the Target app more. I use the Target app every time I shop there, but using their coupons and buying certain things through there. So like the dish tabs that I got today, there was a cartwheel for that. There's just a lot of things I watch for that I'm trying to be a little more conscientious of again. But the biggest thing, guys, is we're not buying meat right now because we're working through freezer stashes and stuff. Because I did tell you guys at the start of this, because I figured at some point here, I have some people in real life I have started telling a little bit, especially because they watch these videos. Hi, guys. And I knew somebody was going to spot boxes in the background at some point. So I wanted to share that there is a move very likely in our future. Not 100% set in stone just yet, but we are preparing for it because we are at like a 95 to 98% chance, which is pretty high. There is that tiny bit that it may not, but guys, this is good. We are so excited. And with that, it's a cross-state move, not across the state. It's to a different state. So we can easily pack up and take pantry stuff with us, but I really don't want to have to move cold stuff, freezer foods and that kind of stuff. That's just going to get messy. So we're trying to work through what's in the freezers. But with that said too, the little kids, their life is in such upheaval right now. We've packed up a lot of stuff and the house is a mess and boxes everywhere. And so just to give them that extra comfort, instead of just forcing all of these leftovers on them from the stuff I'm making, trying to work through stuff, I am still buying some of those freezer foods that they like and almost comfort foods for them at the moment. So they can have those at lunchtime and then they eat whatever I'm making to clear stuff out. So like tomorrow we will be having Sloppy Joes, really not a big deal, but we have hamburger in the fridge. I did make some sauteed stew meat with onions and rice to go with baked sweet potatoes the other day because I found several packages of stew meat at the bottom of one of the freezers that needed to get used. We did just have some salsa verde chicken because I had a little while back gotten the bags of chicken. I've been roasting a lot of frozen vegetables lately to go with meals because I had a stash of those in there. There are some things that I'm not anticipating getting through. Popsicles, frozen Go-Gurts, things like that I can just pass on to some friends that I don't encourage our kids to eat a lot. The popsicles we have strictly for certain events in the high heat of summer. And I honestly didn't even realize we had any left. But then the frozen Go-Gurts, the little kids actually have been working through some of them. But I just discovered another box of them at the bottom of the freezer. So, guys, we have 2 deep freezes as well as a garage fridge. And apparently some stuff had made it farther to the bottom than I realized. So we're working through that. That is what's helping keep our budget down and all of that. And making me realize I need to be far more aware of what we have and work through. I knew some of this stuff, but I think I was just kind of putting some stuff off. I found a roast that I've been meaning for over a month to go ahead and cook, but I like to slow cook them. And at this point too, I keep looking at it and I think it's so freezer burnt. I don't know if it's going to turn out or if it's really worth doing. Cause we've had it in there for a little while and I didn't put it in a proper bag. It was my fault. I figured we'd cook it a lot sooner. I think I need to double check. I'm not sure if we finally cooked our last turkey. We did that for Easter, but we might have one more left. I need to double check that. And if so, figure out if we're going to, or if we just want to pass that on to someone else as well. Because we are hitting that phase where I am packing up the rest of the stuff, where everything that we will not absolutely need to use at some point in the next month or two is going to get packed. That's what it's like moving with a big family, is if you can do without it for a stretch, then do without it and pack it up. So anyhow, guys, this is long-winded. That's where I'm at. And now my battery's blinking, so I gotta go. I hope that you're all having a blessed day. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss everything else coming up next. And I'll see you in the next one.